Hey, what's up, my YouTube fam? I'm back. This is Larry with the Best Credit Repair channel. Today, we're going to be talking about how you can settle a collection account and get it removed. But the kicker is getting it removed by paying less than 30% of the debt. This, this is a case where you've tried to dispute it off. The collection company is not going to get it off. They're not reporting it inaccurate. You've tried everything and you're like, I just need to move my credit report forward. I can't let these people continue to damage my credit report months after month after month, because every day you have a subpar or a bad credit report, it is costing you money. I promise you, it's costing you money, and I can prove it to you. I can show you your bills. I can show you loans that you have, how much you're paying off, how much you could be saving, how much you could be taking that money and investing it back into yourself. So you're losing money every single day. But this is a strategy we're going to cover today that is very powerful. A lot of people ask me about this strategy. But before we get into it, I want to say thank you for all my new subscribers coming to the channel. Thank you for people watching my videos. I appreciate like, subscribe, and share to the channel. And let's get into it. So this strategy I use with a lot of my clients is called a restrictive endorsement letter. And the reason I use it, some people say, well, I could just do a pay for deletion. But most times, if you call a collection company, you try to get a pay for deletion. In most cases, they'll be like, yeah, we'll delete it, but you got to pay the whole amount, right? And then they, if you owe 10,000 and you're trying to get it removed, and then they tell you, well, we're not going to remove it. We got to report it at this, and we're not going to take it off unless you pay the whole amount. Or you have $1,000 collection and they say, well, we're not going to take it off, but we'll settle it, but we'll just say settle for less than the amount, the full amount. This strategy alleviates all of that. And this was make this strategy so strong. I've had clients that have $9,000 collection accounts and they sent them 1,500. And then when I tell you this strategy, and they went ahead and they accepted that payment and that strategy, they had no longer, because this is a contract. And this is what makes it so great. A lot of times you call a collection company, you tell them, can I get that in writing? They won't give it to you in writing, but they say, we promise we'll take it off. This is something that you can have in writing. And when you understand this strategy, you'll be like, right? And I'm gonna cover everything and why it's so powerful and why I do have this package. I sell this package for $30. And when we go over it, you'll understand why it is so powerful and why a lot of people that I have use it. The success rate on this is 99%. I've only had one, and I'm gonna explain to you, if they try after going through this system and don't do it, it would be easy to get it, because all you're going to do is just say, well, I mean, I could just do take it to court, ask for mediation, and it's going to cost them money. It's not worth the money. They're going to just end up taking it off because they know they just entered into a contract. So what is a restrictive endorsement letter? The main purpose of a restrictive endorsement letter is to restrict the way they can collect the funds that you're using to settle the account. So you're going to use a personal check. And I'm giving y'all nuggets today, right? But I have all this. I have the letters written out to perfection at work. If you need these letters, just email me. And like I said, they're just $30 for the set. But you're gonna use a personal check. That is the key to this. The reason it's the key to it, because you don't want to use a money order. You don't know where that money order is getting deposited to. You don't have access to show that they deposit you, or you have already put funds on that check. So when they go, they just getting the checks from wherever bank that money order is drawn from. You don't want that. You want to use a personal check because you want that check to be cash and in your account so you have access to the check, right? Because there is a statement that you're going to write on the back of that check, right? Along with the letter. I'm going to read a little bit of the letter to you, as along with the letter, right? To tell you that they cashed the check and they agreed. How did they agree to it? They agreed to it by endorsing the back of your check. If anybody, I know people don't use checks like they used to, but anytime you cash a check, you have to endorse the back. So the statement that we write on the back of the check is the terms and conditions of cashing the check. So once they endorse that check, they just agreed to the terms and conditions, right? And there's something else that we're going to go over. So people say, all they got to do is take your information off the check and then use an ACH. No, no, no. Also in the letter, there is something called for deposit only endorsement, right? So let me read what the deposit only definition is. It says, for deposit only endorsement is added to the back of a check in order to restrict the payment of the check to the endorser. So now, once you put that for deposit only, it restricts how they could get the money out of your account. They can't take it ACH. They have to deposit the check. So I really wanted to cover this. What's powerful about this? You got $1,000 collection, right? Because collection companies most times are not even paying attention to the letter. All they see is the payment. You got $1,000 collection. You're trying to get it off and remove, right? You send them $200. That's 20% of that debt. And you're going to use this method. If they cash that check and they make a mistake and cash it because they greedy, and then they say, well, we got your payment of $200, you still owe $800. No, I do not. You entered into a contract with me, right? And I have the follow-up letter that goes right along if they try, because I've had people where the collection company had, they sent the payment in. They said it was a payment. They reduced it on their credit report. They said they didn't settle. They just reduced it, or they reduced it to zero, right? But they didn't take it off. So there's a follow-up letter that you're gonna. That's why you want to use your personal check, because you're gonna get a copy of that check front and back. You're gonna send it with a follow-up letter and say you just entered into a legal binding contract with me. And also, the terms and condition was written on the back of the check that you endorsed, that you agreed to. So please remove this debt from my credit report. I owe you nothing else. There's other things in this letter that are very vital that you have to have in the letter to make it a serious binding contract between you and the collection agency, right? So you want to use these steps. So people, if you got any type of collection, if it's under $200, I usually tell people, man, we could do it. Just pay the whole amount and we'll get it off. It's chump change. But if you got a $3,000 collection, a $4,000 collection, and you want to say, you know what, I'm going to try this strategy. You got a $4,000 collection, you send them $500, and they cash that $500 check with this letter and the information we put on the back. You just got yourself out of a $4,000 collection account. This strategy is such a powerful strategy because now we're flipping the things they do to us. They want us to sign contracts. They want to say, hey, you sign this contract. You bind it by this contract. No problem. Same thing we're going to do to them. You just entered into a contract with me. You just endorsed the terms and conditions for cashing and getting the money from me. If you don't agree with it, you should have sent that check back to me with a letter saying you don't agree to it. So we can't agree to these terms and conditions. So yes, I've had people do it, but most times when it's done, it's the amount of money that we sent. So say it was a 2,000 and we sent them 300. They may send it back. The client may say, okay, no problem. The client goes back and send 500. And then a lot of times they may take it, or the wrong person look at it. The reason too is also strong if you want to take it to court. Say, I've made multiple attempts to try to settle this account and they refuse settling this account, right? So a lot of time, even on that second attempt, they just be like, just go ahead and take it. They're making multiple attempts to settle. So this strategy is such a powerful strategy. It comes with the instructions. It comes with the initial restrictive endorsement letter. It comes with the definition so you can understand what a deposit only definition is, what a restrictive endorsement is. It comes with the follow up. It even comes with people that's trying to get a 1099-C and settle the debt. But it only works if they've already issued you a 1099-C, like they've already submitted a 1099-C to the IRS. It comes with a lot of different information for every scenario. If they don't take it off, you got a follow up letter, right? And I've been great with this strategy. I think it's one of the most powerful strategies that I've used to help get stuff removed off people's credit report when they've been through the disputing part and they've disputed over and they're disputed and they're trying to get stuff off and they can't. And then they turn around and they want to settle and they owe 4,000 and the collection agency is asking for, well, we'll settle for, it's 4,000, we'll settle for 2,500. And some people just don't have 2,500. And you don't want to get in a payment plan. That's the worst mistake you can make, is get in a payment plan with a collection company. You want to pay that whole amount, get it out the way, get it done, move over. Because you never know what your life situation changes, right? You could end up losing your job. Something could happen. And now you can't make that payment. That's going to restart that collection account back on your credit report. So that's why you don't want to really get in these terms of paying monthly on these collection account. This strategy is a way for you to get these large collection accounts removed and pay less. They're not paying that much for it. They're paying pennies on the dollars for these collections. You got to use that same mindset, same process to make sure, I'm not going to pay you that much. You owe 4,000, send them 500. If they cash it, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. That ain't nothing else they can do. What they going to do? Take you to court and you're going to go in there with your check, right? You're going to go in with the letter that you sent because you sent it certified. You got a copy of everything you sent, right? You got a copy of the check. Before you sent it, the front and back, you got a copy of the letter. You sent it certified. You got a copy when they received it in their office. What are they going to do in court? And they endorsed the back of the check with your terms and conditions. What are they going to do? See, I'm all about, and that's where I get into, some of these debates with some other people is I look at what the court's going to do. I don't really care about a bunch of that other stuff. And it comes to the point where somebody say, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Here go the collection company. I'm not going to do it. I'm not taking nothing off their credit report. At some point, you're going to have to take them to court. What's the courts going to do about it? What have court cases that have already been presented done? That's what you got to think about. Now, you can listen to all these people feeding you all this information, right? But if they can't show you when somebody is not going to do something, and the only way you can make people do stuff in this country, in the United States of America, is to take them to court. And if you can't find court cases or some case laws that says that you're going to win that case based on this, man, you spinning your wheels and they spinning your wheels for you. And that's what I look at, because that's what it's all about in this country. So we have to be smart. We have to use their own legal things that they do against us, like contracts, to say we entered into a contract against them. And then hopefully, well, it will work out, and hopefully it's going to work out, because who's going to want to go to court and say, oh yeah, we entered to that agreement, but we just not going to do it? No, it don't work that way. No, you entered. That was your responsibility as a creditor to read the terms and conditions to see if it was something along your company policies and regulations, but you entered into it, so you must abide by the agreement that was done. It's all about being smart. So anyway, if you want more information on this restrictive endorsement letter, this strategy, shoot me an email. Like I said, I have the package. I also have my master dispute package out there. It also has all this information and more. That has everything in it. But it's a great strategy, especially when you're trying to get these collection accounts off. Now, medical debt, remember, for all y'all people out there, this is the month that paid medical collections should be coming off your credit report. If it is not off your credit report, you should be disputing those paid medical debts off your collection account. Get them off. Get them off. Make sure they're getting that stuff off. They help your credit score, increase your credit score. But if you got other ones, credit cards, car loans, installment loans, whatever else, and the collection account has it, use this strategy. Now, some people ask, can I use it with the original creditor? You can try, because it doesn't go any different. If an original creditor accept that check, cash that check, they got to abide by the contract they enter the same way. Then when they trying to hold you accountable for that credit card and that contract you signed it by obtaining that credit card, they got to abide by the same rules that they are asking you to. So it's not as effective. I'm always keep it real with you, but it doesn't hurt to try. I can't speak on every creditor, but I've seen some creditors take it. But you got to fight with creditors. You got to be a little bit more. Collection accounts, they just get the money, they out the door. With original creditors, you just got to make sure they're going to abide by the terms and conditions, right? So you got to know how far you want to take it. But if you have any questions, please shoot me an email on anything. I appreciate every single one of y'all for watching the videos. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, shoot me an email. But also like, subscribe, and share. Please, if you watch the video, just like and subscribe, man. It's not that hard. We all take the time. I look at other people's videos. Because I put videos, I always like their videos just to give them, hey, I watched your video. I appreciate it. I know the work you put into it to bring us this information. So just like and subscribe to videos. I appreciate it. It just makes push these videos out to other people that may need to use it. We got to help each other, right? It's all about doing our part to help, right? It goes a long way. Good things come to people to help others, right? And that's why I'm out here doing my thing. So I appreciate y'all, and I'm out.